What's up everybody? Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be talking about the Leica D-Lux 8 and my experience using it, my first impressions, and just all of these great things. But for those of you that haven't met me yet, my name is Jen and I'm a photographer from the Bay Area of California. Building a space where women in photography feel seen, supported, and find community. And fellas, you're welcome here too. If you're down to learn and create together, be sure to hit that like and subscribe. I post every week and I hope to leave you feeling inspired, confident, and equipped. Now, before I tell you about the D-Lux 8, let's take a little trip down memory lane. I started this YouTube channel just a few short months ago, and I started it with the Leica D-Lux 5. My very first video was talking about this 15-year-old camera that I love, and I keep it with me everywhere I go. It's so small, it's compact, it does everything I need it to for a little point and shoot, and I love it. I've loved it ever since I got it at a flea market a few years ago. Yes, that's right, a flea market. If you didn't see this video, I'm gonna link it above so you can check it out, but it's a great little camera. Since that first video, I have been trying a ton of different things, right? I've been trying different kinds of gear, cameras, lenses, trying to think through, okay, what do I want to do with my next purchase? Should I get something that's a point and shoot that's just fun and easy to have with me at all times? Something for, Instagram and just my own capturing memories of the family or things I'm doing. I have that side, but then I also have my professional side. I shoot families, I do commercial, I do a little bit everything. And so do I want my next camera to be all encompassing? Do I want it to just be my fun camera? I don't know. I'm trying to figure it out. And I am very grateful because I have a ton of very generous friends who have lent me tons of gear over the last few months as I'm trying to figure this out. So most recently, I had a friend, Rudy, who reached out to me and asked if I would like to try his D-Lux 8. Now, I have had, like I said, this D-Lux 5 for a little while now, and I'm very familiar with it. But he has offered me the D-Lux 8, which is the most recent iteration of the Leica D-Lux line. And because I love my D-Lux 5 so much, I have been very curious to try this one out. I'm so curious to see, the changes, the updates, because the camera that I have right now is very small, okay? Hold on. This is it. I love it because it's so tiny. And it's all encompassing. It's so easy to take with me everywhere I go. I just love it. But I also recognize that it's old, right? So let's see what the modern updates are. Now I'm thinking, okay, where should I take this? How should I try it out? Well, it's fall here in California and it's time for the pumpkin patch. We go every year as a family to go pick out our pumpkins for carving, and it's a great activity to do in the fall. So we had already planned to go to the pumpkin patch, and why not take the D-Lux 8 with me? Now, before we even left for the pumpkin patch, I had a few initial impressions, and I want to talk about those. So first, let's talk about the size. The size of the D-Lux 8 is a little bit bigger than the D-Lux 5. The 5 is going to be really hard to beat because it's so tiny and compact. But the D-Lux 8, while it is a little bit bigger, it's still a very small camera, very easy to, throw in your bag and keep with you at all times. It's very pocketable, it's small, but it is a little bit bigger. Also, I didn't realize this. Keep in mind, I haven't done a ton of research at the time about the D-Lux 8 to know every single feature, but when I first got it, I actually looked at the lens cap and was really confused as to how it opened, because on my D-Lux 5, it's like an actual cap, right? But no, the D-Lux 8, when you turn it on, it actually opens. The lens comes out of the cap, okay? So I was very confused at first, but then I was like, oh, that's actually kind of nice. I don't have to physically take off the lens cap every single time I use it. Because right now, my D-Lux 5, when I turn it on, I actually get an error message on the back saying, remove the lens cap and then press a button. So that way it can actually get started and boot up. And so with the D-Lux 5, I have to, take off the lens cap, put it in my pocket, then turn it on, and then it opens and all that good stuff. D-Lux 8 took care of that. Now you just turn it on and it just opens right up. I know it's a small thing, but it is the small things sometimes, Also, the menu system, night and day different. Oh my gosh, it's amazing how far we have come in 15 years. Let me tell you, the D-Lux 5, like I said in previous videos, it's very old, it's very dated. The buttons feel like I'm texting T9 from back in the day, but the new D-Lux 8, so different. It is beautifully modern. It has a great, much better menu system than the old one. It's so easy to change your custom settings and just all of these things. It was so much easier to use. And honestly, it was just easier to understand where to go and how to change things. It's like my modern brain had a hard time going back to 15 years ago, but this D-Lux 8 is just seamless and it feels so good. It makes sense in my head where to find things and how to change things. So I'm getting more familiar with this D-Lux 8. We go ahead and pack up the car, we headed to the pumpkin patch, and we were excited. Now, when I first got there, I actually took the D-Lux 8 and the D-Lux 5 side by side and took a few photos in the parking lot. Honestly, just to get a quick comparison, I wanted to spend the rest of the time on the D-Lux 8 to really feel it, experience it, all that good stuff. But before we really got into the pumpkin patch, I did take a few photos side by side, and it's pretty crazy. I still think that the D-Lux 5 holds up. However, the D-Lux 8 looks great. Even just talking resolution, the D-Lux 8 has 17 megapixels. The D-Lux 5 only has 10. And so already in these files, when I get home and look at them side by side, you can really tell a difference. The D-Lux 8 is a little cleaner, a little sharper, a little more vibrant, just cleaner. The resolution is just way better than the 5. But that makes sense because the 5 is old tech and it was a lot smaller, all of that. But like I said, the 5 really holds up, but yeah, the 8 is a little better. I'm not ready to throw out my 5 yet though. So the rest of the day, I shot with the D-Lux 8. So just to share some of my settings for the day, I did want to try out the D-Lux 8 with a variety of apertures, 5.6, but then also wide open. I wanted to see what it could do. I also had the shutter on auto because it was such a bright, sunny day. I figured it would be fast enough to capture the kids running around still. Lastly, I thought I put my ISO on auto as well, but I was looking at all my photos and all of them are at 200, so maybe I bumped it, maybe I accidentally put it on 200. I don't really know, but either way, I got some good photos, so I'm still happy with what I got. But all the ISO is at 200. Something else I want you to be aware of that I didn't actually try was the flash. Now, with my D-Lux 5, I love the flash. It is so much fun, especially with nighttime stuff. I actually did a video using it at the county fair not too long ago, and it was a ton of fun. That flash is so much fun. But I didn't try it with this one, not just because it was a bright day and, we were at the pumpkin patch, but it actually is detachable. And so the D-Lux 8 has a flash that you actually put in the hot shoe. You keep it with you when you want it. But that's actually something that I liked about the D-Lux 5 is that it was all encompassed in one unit. It was built in to the body. And I kind of miss that with the D-Lux 8, if I'm honest. I don't want to think, oh, I have to carry this extra piece of equipment with me. I think one of the things that I loved about the 5 is that it is so small, I keep it with me everywhere, and it's all included. So that's just a little something that I do miss, but I didn't actually get a chance to try the updated flash in that unit, so I'm sorry. And of course, I also use the zoom function on the D-Lux 8. It has a zoom lens on it, just like the 5, and I love it. Even my old point-and-shoot film camera, I love that zoom. I don't know what it is. I just think it's fun. I think that I like tighter focal lengths, and so the ability to zoom in on something is really great for me. I don't love wide focal lengths, and so that zoom is really fun. And for those who say, well, why don't you just crop and post? Yes, I could, but I don't want to miss out on my resolution, and I just love composing with that tight focal length. So I had a lot of fun with the D-Lux 8 that day. Let's take a look at some of the photos that I got. Now, the D-Lux 5 is still really small, all-inclusive, compact, and I still really love it. I really do. However, the D-Lux 8 has made incredible improvements. It's so easy to use and change your settings. It's just so modern, it's great, it's up to date, it has higher resolution, and just so many great things going for it. But who is this camera for? It is a great point and shoot camera. It's a great fun camera. It's a great camera to just keep with you wherever you're going. Would I use it for professional work? No, but it's great for capturing your day-to-day memories, posting to Instagram, and just, printing even 4x6s at home. I would not blow these files up to make some huge print, but it's a great little camera. Now, would I get it? Am I planning to get the D-Lux 8? Probably not, only because I think honestly, I want a combination of 3 cameras. I want the resolution of the Cube. I want the zoom lens on the 8 and all the modern buttons, all of those controls, but I also want the built-in flash from the 5 and how small it is, not to mention the Leica Pop. I know that I'm asking for a lot and it's probably impossible, but that's what I want. I want the Q, the 8, and the 5 all mashed into one. That's what I want. That would be the perfect point and shoot camera. Oh, I dream of that. But I'm so curious to know, what do you guys think? Is this something that you would pick up? Would you pick up this camera to have as an everyday carry, throw it in your bag, and capture your memories? Let me know in the comments. And if you liked this video and want to see more videos like this one, be sure to hit that like and subscribe and let me know. Until next time, much love.